Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to Paint and Talk About Stuff. That was a success the last time we did this. We're going to do it again. We're going to read a bunch of your comments and we're going to paint until we get tired and go to bed. I think it worked pretty well. I'm painting Robot Legion still with lots of red robes.
I'm painting Blessed Sisters, continuing on this one. And maybe starting a new one. Who knows?
Yeah, so I guess maybe we'll start about what's been happening the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
Well, the beta 3.5 just got done. And we're not playing it at the moment because we still don't have a lot of painted stuff. So I guess we're going to keep doing these videos because it's great to make us actually keep painting. Mm-hmm. And we have so much stuff to paint. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
It's absolutely crazy. And if you want to have your comment talked about on this video series, just leave a comment below. We're adding them to a list. We have a computer over here. We have a list of all your comments. We're just going to go through them chronologically, especially if there's a question.
Can you hand me that paint
This
tray?
paint tray.
Yes.
So if you don't have if it's not much of a comment or a question or something, maybe we'll skip it. But we'll read out who said it and what you said, and then we will answer your question. So shall we get started?
Yeah.
I'm going to keep shaking my resplendent red. First comment. This was actually the comment that we briefly touched on the last time. It was the first comment to my post by Matt the Wanglin 1. Is that how you pronounce that? Honestly, I've been in and around Warhammer Wargaming for about 20 years. Just nice to listen to people who aren't jaded chat about gaming. We are not jaded. We haven't been doing this for 20 years.
No.
And generally, we don't get jaded about stuff. If something is not fun, we just don't do it. Check small publishers. I still haven't had time to check it. I did look into Gaslands. That does look really cool. Storm and Wolf said, as long as it's not rage against Games Workshop or some other negative stuff, and if it's hobby related, I will be happy. We have no rage against Games Workshop. We have no
experience.
We have no experience with Games Workshop. I don't have any of their paint. I don't have any of their models. I've never played one of their games.
Nope.
So I have no opinion at all. The models look really cool. I will say that a lot of the models look really cool, and some of the books are pretty good. I've read a bunch of the books.
I hear the story's really cool.
That's cool.
I hear there's a TV show coming out.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that.
Hopefully it's, they stay true to their source. I hear Henry Cavill will make sure of that. So
yeah, he's obsessive about that. So hopefully they just let him do whatever he wants. That would be good. That'll be fun. DoopyMan695 says, more grimdark armies for grimdark future. Orc marauders, goblin reclaimers. Your preference. I think the armies are cool. I think he means stuff to paint.
You've been printing out some orcs, right?
I printed out a bunch of orcs. I've been testing out a printer, the Hallett X1, and I decided, since I'm testing this out in October, and they just finished releasing orcs, I printed a 2,000 point orc army. And then because the beta was changing, it became a 1,700 point orc army. Then I added another guy to it, and then it became a 2,085 point orc army. Yeah, the numbers kept changing, but that's fine. But I printed that all out, and I also tried printing it out in half scale, even with pre-supports. So, and I could fit all 2,000 points, including two vehicles, or a vehicle and a walker, on one build plate, which is pretty cool. And a couple of them didn't print right, but can always go fix that. The goblins look really funny though. I'm probably not going to print any, at least not until I get a bunch more painted and they finish releasing the models.
Yeah.
Yeah. Savage Brewski, I think longer is cool. He's talking about length of the video.
Yeah.
We usually do this once or twice, like twice a month. We don't get a lot of time.
Yeah, right now we start at like 11.
Yeah, and this is early. This is an early time, so we're probably going to go a solid hour and then stop.
Yeah.
Just because we don't have tons of time.
I mean, we are always working towards better time management, so
and better sleep
knows,
schedules, and we're failing miserably.
We might be able to do an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, maybe, without collapsing from exhaustion.
Yeah.
If you want to stream it, want to be interactive, that would be cool. The thing is with streaming, we stream when the only people awake are in Hawaii.
Yeah.
So not many people can join, and then YouTube really just does not like streams.
Yeah, because we can't do it when our kids are awake because they need our attention. So
Yes,
we can't
constantly.
be sitting in front of a camera, away from them.
And we're night owls anyway.
Yeah. Maybe one day when the kids are old enough,
Yeah.
But who knows?
Who knows? Maybe they'll get in on it.
Yeah.
Maybe. Probably not, but maybe. Topic wise, favorite armies or units? Do you have a favorite army?
Well, I haven't really played enough to know.
Yeah,
Like-
the thing is, like, we have never played the same list twice. Ever. So I don't feel like I
can't
had...
tell you that my non-preferences, like I would not choose them, but
Which ones wouldn't you choose?
the jackals.
You would not choose a Jackals. That's funny because the way I got her into this was showing her the Jackals models, and she's like, "Oh, I want those."
I mean, they looked really cool. They look cool,
They're miserable to paint.
Yeah.
So detailed.
But also, like when you play with them, they have no armor, so they die really easily. Like their defense is terrible, but for some reason their quality is also terrible. So it's like it's hard to like win with
They
them.
have like +1 to hit. Well, they had Carnivore. Now they have something else.
I don't know. I remember like every time I chose jackals, I would always lose against you.
Yeah.
Because like your units would have like quality 3+, and mine's always like 5+. And then their defense was also awful, so it was like I think it felt like the jackals just wasn't strong enough, and also they had no armor, which I think is ridiculous. So you think that far in the future.
Well, they're not even wearing pants.
I know, right? That's why, like, when I first started painting them, I assumed that they were wearing maybe like leather pants or something. Then I realized, wait, these are like dog-like creatures. And I looked more carefully and realized they're probably not because they're covered in fur.
And they're just strapping stuff to their legs. They're not wearing pants.
And they strap way too many things.
Yeah.
Like, do you really need that many pockets?
No one needs that many pockets, but everyone wants that many pockets.
Yeah, like some of the jackals had like feathers stuck all around their body too. I'm like, what is this for? Decoration?
Maybe. They got like those elbow quills. I think that's part of their biology. Because they're not dogs.
No, but they look like one.
They're just kind of dog-looking aliens. I don't think I have a favorite either. I mean, I like the fact that you can paint robots really fast. That's nice. What I don't like is slow. When they move slow.
Yeah.
And I've noticed, especially with like Eternal Dynasty, if you have the long gun, you have a 30-inch range. Our games always feel claustrophobic. Like, why would you ever need a 30-inch range gun? I feel like I'm just wasting points when I get those, so I think I'm going to stop using those. But everything might change with the new armies, after the change here.
If we ever played on a bigger map, those would be useful.
Yeah, we did back that new whatever it was.
The Broken Truth?
The Broken Truth, and that can come... We didn't get the Holy Crap package, but we added on that big 6x8, 6x4 play mat. So we will have a large mat, which will be kind of neat. And that comes with some terrain and whatever. So that'll be nifty. Plans for the end of the year. You mean like for this channel? We do have a fun battle report idea.
Yeah.
But we'll keep that a secret. It'll be fun.
Hopefully, it'll come to fruition.
Yeah, because we had this idea last year also. And we just never did
always have ideas.
Yeah, infinite ideas, 0 time. We have negative time. Let's see. Next up, Luis Alfaro 9959, working on some Necromunda gangs and some NPCs for some future games I may never get to play. I feel you there. I have a 3D printer, so I have a ton of gray minis. I feel you there. And I'm working on improving my paint skills. Agreed. Are you me? Is this us?
The only time I get to hobbies after midnight.
Yeah.
Also us.
Yeah, I agree. Also, right. Well, it's not after midnight. It's 11:10 right now.
Yeah. So basically very late at night.
Oh yeah. Cornish Crusade says, listen to this while preparing a massive batch of homemade chicken pies. That sounds amazing.
That sounds delicious.
That's what
Share recipe? How do you make batch of those things?
batch of chicken pies.
Yeah. I really need like good recipe ideas because like I suck at like meal planning. I don't know if it's my ADHD, but like I always think about I want to meal prep, you know, because it's like we have 4 kids and like the week goes by so quickly, and if I don't meal prep, if I don't like plan it, then dinner gets to be so late, which means bedtime gets late, and then
We need massive batch cooking just normally.
I know, but it's like it's so hard to like I just need good meal ideas because like our kids are very picky and they eat like different things, so it's hard for me to find what they like. You know?
Yep.
But like that chicken what was it? The chicken
pies. Homemade
chicken pie, they
pies.
sound so good right now. Even though today we had a lot of food, that
Yeah.
still sound really good.
It does sound pretty good. 2 questions. What games do you think you'll play after OPR? Don't know. There's like 6 OPR games. We've really only played Firefight on the channel.
Yeah.
But off of the channel, we played a bunch of Grimdark Future, like the full army one. I would like to play Star Quest. That would be fun. I think in general, what we need is painted models, just overall. And then I don't know if we ever get bored of OPR. I have a bunch of ideas for like spin-off like add-ons that would be fun to try. And they have those expanded rules and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So some of those would be fun to like add on if we ever do get bored.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't played this OPR enough to like expand and think about other games, you know?
Yeah, if I had a choice, Trench Crusade looks fun. The rule set's a little different, which is nice. Like how movement works and stuff. That seems kind of cool. Maybe... I mean, a lot of games, there's like a version of OPR that can do it too. Like Necromunda, there's Gang Wars or whatever it is, which seems to me like the OPR equivalent. And then there's like the expanded rules have like cards, mission cards that can add on to it, and like there's so much extra stuff. And we get so little time to do any of this that I don't know if we're gonna do too much else.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've played other games. We've played like Unmatched and stuff, like traditional board games.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're gonna make videos on that.
No.
And like the whole reason we got into OPR was because I had a bunch of 3D printers and I wanted to use them for something other than what I was using them for. I mean, a lot of Trench Crusade stuff is 3D printed, I think. I don't know. And next up, what hobbies do you recommend for a couple who have had their first baby within the last few months? Asking for a very tired friend. Hobbies? Maybe sleep?
If you just had a baby,
If they
I
can
would say
possibly get sleep?
yes, sleep. I feel like you'd be too tired to do anything else if you have free time.
I mean, the last few months, the first few months after a baby is like we had a few channel videos on this channel, and then had a baby, and then nothing for like almost a year. There's a reason for that. And One Page More, the guy who made the lore videos, which were really cool, he stopped putting out videos. He had a 4th kid right after he stopped putting out videos, and I think he's probably going to be gone for a while too. And I get it. You know, I hope he's doing all right. He's like totally disappeared.
But for a first-time parent, I feel like you can't really like hope to have like a regular activity that you can regularly do, because with a newborn, it's hard to have like a regular schedule. Because as they grow, you think you got a handle of their routine, and then they grow, and then
they
things
change.
change. Yeah.
And then they regress, and then they start screaming in the middle of the night.
Like when we had our first child, we were living somewhere else, and we at the time briefly played like Minecraft and stuff.
Yeah.
And our first kid, she, just like an average newborn, would wake up every 3 hours or so. So after I put her down, which took forever to put her down for the night.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We would get interrupted by her crying because she'd wake up and stuff. So it was hard to like have like trying to do like a gaming session.
And even now I can hear a couple of the kids upstairs making noise.
All right.
I say a couple, it's probably just one. But sleep, I hope your friend is doing well, and I hope they get a lot of sleep. As much as possible, and I hope the baby is doing well. Because when the baby's not having a good time, no one's having a good time, and nothing else gets done. And you're just like, ugh. Like, I don't think it was as bad. Like, it was pretty bad with kid number 1. Kid number 4 of ours sleeps really well, which is great, because if I lose sleep now, more than 10 years later, I can't handle it. I can't handle not having sleep. Like, I used to be able to just not sleep for a while and be like, it's fine. That's what Mountain Dew is for, right? Yeah, no, not anymore.
No. Now that we're like in our late 30s,
Yeah.
almost 40.
Now, like, all the energy drinks on earth make me awake and, like, living. They don't make me, like, resist sleep deprivation. No. I just have to drink them now to live. Like, is there anything stronger than caffeine? I mean, other than, like, speed? Or is speed legal? Can I just have some of that?
Yeah. And I've been running on really low sleep lately because even though we don't really do a whole lot of extra activities, but because it's like this month we had our kid's birthday, and then today we had to do a trunk or treat.
Had to? We didn't have to.
We didn't have to, but it was one of the things that we did for our other kids' extracurricular activity. And like,
life is complicated. Life with kids is exponentially more complicated.
Yeah. Me with my ADHD, I'm not very good at time management. I'm way better at it now than I was ever before, but I still I'm unable to get things ready on time. So I always end up doing it last minute, sacrificing sleep. I find that even though when I am have taken my meds, I'm motivated, and I have all of the energy to do, then the kids get in the way. They just need you, and you can't just abandon your toddler and babies.
Yeah, because they will scream so much, nothing else will get done.
Yeah, there were days where I was let me get this one thing done, and one kid cried after another. And I was nothing gets done.
I tried to I think I was writing something earlier today, and I could literally get a sentence and a half and get interrupted, and it went on like that for 2 hours.
And today, after the trunk or treat was done, I was so tired. On the way back home, I was falling asleep. So when I got home, I was I need a nap. So, but I also knew the baby needed to be taken care of. So I got the baby, I changed him, and I was feeding him. I was falling asleep feeding him. And then he fell asleep on me. But if I tried to move him, he'd wake up. So I just let him fall
and start
asleep.
Screaming. Yeah.
Yeah. So the second time around, I just did not move him. And I just let him sleep on my lap. And I just very gently moved my leg out, and he was still sleeping. And then I was oh, maybe I can get some sleep. And then he decided, the baby needs to go into a bassinet. Picked him up.
Your leg was on his head.
I was going to move around him. Picked him up, put him in a bassinet, and he starts screaming. So
for a half hour.
I got him out, laid next to him, tried to get him to fall asleep. And then shortly after, our toddler, who was sleeping, woke up and came into the room, said something I couldn't understand. So when I said, what? She started crying. So then I had a toddler and a baby crying around me. And then they would just trigger each other. 2 seconds of quietness, and one starts crying, the other starts crying. And I was can I just get a little bit of quiet?
No. So your friend, pray for them. It's the only thing you can do.
Yeah.
And if they have hobby time, I suggest being unconscious.
Yeah.
And trying to recover, because it's crazy.
I would say, like, I don't know if you count this as hobby, but even just like being able to watch a show together, would be fun.
Yeah, and you can rock the baby to sleep while watching a show quietly on headphones.
Yeah.
Anything at all. And if you use noise canceling headphones, it dulls the screaming. Next up, watching while I kit bash a Mad Max style orcs.
Ooh.
I have a couple of custom armies for Grimdark Future. Bought the Beastmen over from Age of Fantasy. I have a Predator army. That's cool. War Boss Fitz has a Mad Max style orc army, and he calls the leader Immorcan Joe.
Is Kit Bash, do you mean like you buy one of those things where you have to assemble it too?
It's like mixing different things. Like kit bash means you take a bunch of random stuff that wasn't part of the same kit.
Oh.
Yeah, and you can do that digitally or physically.
Cool.
Yeah. There's a lot of kit bashy type stuff in these models. Because you don't just have to make like what's in the box,
Always custom.
or what's in the picture. You can, you are encouraged to do as much as you want. And like companies selling models love that, because it means you'll get one model after you buy 3 to chop them up to get one. So then you gotta buy more. But usually you end up with like a bunch of junk left over. That's one problem with these kind of models, where everything's like all in one, but they give you, like, I could print out individual arms with the guns and different heads and stuff. I just don't.
Yeah. I admire people with that kind of creativity and then the drive to do it,
And the patience, yeah.
Because I feel like I used to be like that. I'm still creative, and I always like to be creative, but I've also learned that I never have enough time. And now that I'm getting to be in my late 30s, I also really don't have energy.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
No time or energy.
as
They
much
say,
as
though, when you get older, then at least you have money, but not when you have 4 kids.
no,
There's no money either.
we're not quite there yet.
There's like none of that. There's none.
Yeah.
There's cheap 3D printing and hurting badly when we bought all this paint. But we're using it for togetherness, and that makes it worth it, right?
Yeah.
Right? Next up, Paul St. John, XR4MH, building 20 Termagants and a librarian and prepping to prime them. Nice, Termagants and a librarian, those are 40k models.
Oh, what is a librarian?
Librarian is a space marine. He's got a specific job. Like there's different kinds of space marines. Librarian isn't a librarian, is that the magic one?
I have no idea.
I don't know. But the models look cooler than normal space marines.
I see.
Hate me if you want, space marine fans. Librarian models are cooler. Actually, I don't know. I like some of the weird stuff. Like I might be one of the only people who likes the older looking models better. Like the Horus Heresy models. Because that game takes place in 30,000 AD, not 40,000. So everything's like older looking.
I feel like you always like older versions of stuff.
Yeah, maybe. I like older cars too.
Yeah.
Not like 60s. I can't afford those. Those would be cool, but no. I like 80s and 90s stuff.
You like those because they're affordable?
Well, I like all of the older stuff, but I can afford a hatchback from the 80s. I can't afford a Mustang from the 60s. Next question. Oh, no, he adds more. Appreciated the discussion on painting skill. Do you remember what we talked about?
That we didn't have any?
That we lack it. We
like
don't have the skill.
Right now I'm just slathering, thinking like, I'm going to use different colors too, but I'm just going to gold it and then see what, and then maybe do the details.
I think the discussion was about techniques and skill, and why certain techniques and skill work out better than others. Like I said, I think I mentioned, that's where I mentioned I don't like the look of slap chop. When I do it, I think it looks terrible, and then I got that that model from Warboss Fitz, and that's what he does, and it looks great. Like, oh right, because Warboss Fitz is very, very experienced, and I'm not. So of course, slap chop isn't the problem. My skill is the problem. And you gain skill by doing more of it. So that's what I'm doing. Maybe. Of course, I'm not slap chopping these. But I think after I get these done, I'm probably going to go to the Eternal Dynasty army up there. If for no other reason than because the speed paint, one of the reds, Poppy Red or something, Slaughter Red, Poppy Red, one of those two is really cool looking. You know, I really like that color. Length 30 to 40 minutes, more standard paint build session for me. Nice, 30, 40 minutes. I mean, that's good. It takes a while to get all this stuff set up. So like by the time we get cruising,
yeah,
it's already 30 minutes in, and then we're like trying to get through it. Kit Bash Carnage says, talk about whatever. It's not bad or anything. You seem so real and chill. We are real, and it is too late to not be chill.
We can totally talk about anything.
It is too late in the day to not be chill. We have no energy to be anything other than chill, and I guarantee you we are real.
Yes.
We are not AI.
No.
There are videos on other channels of us going back 10 years that show us aging. So that
and the
predates
weight fluctuation.
And the my weight fluctuation more so. Because there are some videos, especially at the beginning of, I have another channel called Paul's Garage where it's like garage stuff, and the beginning videos I think I'm like over 200 pounds. And then like a few years back, the videos I'm like under 150. And right now I'm at like 160. But 6 months ago, I was at like 175. So the weight fluctuates quite a bit, I gotta say.
Yeah.
And she's not on camera, but if she was, you would have seen her pregnant and then not pregnant. And if you want weight fluctuation, get pregnant. Like that's gonna change your weight like crazy.
Yeah,
she lost 10 pounds in 5 minutes one day. That's impressive.
Yeah, he's telling you guys I looked fat.
You didn't look fat. You looked pregnant. There's a difference.
Yeah, but then I was also like swollen, bloated.
I think if you're pregnant, people know what's going on.
Yeah. But
no, we are definitely real. We are human. Keep up the amazing work, inspiring teamwork, focus on progress, big or small. That's what we're doing. The cool thing with these is, once I have these painted, then I just have painted robots, right? And then we can just use painted robots. And it's not like they go bad, and it's not like OPR is going to discontinue them or something. And if they do, who cares? I'm going to keep using them.
I know. I feel like even if they were to say, hey, we update the models or something, they're not going to be like, oh, then we're going to decommission these ones and you can't use it or anything,
No, well, the game itself is miniature agnostic, which means they already don't care what models you use.
Oh, yeah.
So they're like, that's like written into the game. They're like, use literally whatever you want. We don't care.
I like that freedom.
Yeah. I mean, it is nice to have something standardized, though. Like, I see the argument there that people say, like, no, I want a standardized game, so I know that we're playing the same game. And I get that, especially, like, competitive. You want to make sure everyone's used to playing the same game if you're going to compete playing that game. I know, but
wouldn't that be concerning, like, the rules, not, like... Or
yeah, I mean, there's like, aspects of it, but we're pretty much only ever going to play each other. And it's all for fun. Although, last year, funny story, I printed out these paint trays, and these go into a case that's over there that you can't see. A nice storage case, but it's also like a handle and you can carry it. And I'm like, cool, we can print this out and we can take it to Adepticon, which is like, it was an hour drive from our house in Milwaukee. We don't live in Milwaukee. Adepticon was in Milwaukee. We were going to go. And then got pregnant again.
And the due date
was the opening day. Opening day of Adepticon. That was the due date. Like, well, I guess we're not going to Adepticon.
I went over my due date, but I would have been like heavily pregnant.
It would have been like okay, you could burst at any moment. Let's go to a convention for 4 days. An hour away from our doctors. Like, no. So we didn't go. I don't know if you guys went, but we didn't go. We might go next year, maybe.
Yeah.
If they have it in the same place. We were at that hotel like a month after that.
For our daughter's thing.
With a 9-day-old baby. For one of our daughter's things. Yeah. So we did go to the place of Adepticon. We were just offset in time a little bit. Next up, Matt the Wanglin 1. Didn't we read that guy's comment? Yeah, he responded to the post. Well, this is his comment in that video. Y'all are troopers. Work, kids, life, and still time to make a video. Not really time to make a video. We're a bit late on this one. I wanted to do another one of these that next weekend, but
we're not doing it because we have time left over. We are making time to do this. We are squishing this in.
I mean, you kind of got to do that, I think, sometimes. And we're doing this style of video for a couple reasons. One, I get a video out and we don't have to spend any time editing it because these are unedited, so we can talk and paint with you. But also because this forces us to paint.
Yeah.
Like this way we're like, okay, we're going to do this for an hour. We will sit and paint for an hour. Because we've been doing this game for so long and we don't have 2 complete 2,000 point armies yet.
I don't even know how many points I've just painted of the sisters.
Yeah, I don't know. We have several fully painted 300 point firefight teams. We got that, but I want to play army game. And we don't have painted armies, and we don't have a full board of painted terrain either. We got those ship tiles, so we can do those kind of games. But the scatter inside the ship wasn't all painted. Some of that stuff from that video wasn't even primed. It was just the blue-gray resin.
And also, I think doing this makes us spend time together and not as parents.
Together as a couple, not as parents, yes.
Yeah, because I feel like if you don't make the time to do stuff, you get really lost in just being a parent and
because those kids demand all of your time.
Yeah.
And money and energy.
Yeah, we honestly don't really have to have a lot of date nights because one, we're not always have the funds to do so, but secondly, we don't really have regular childcare that we can just dump our kids to.
Dump our kids
and go,
Slightly aggressive wording, but
okay,
all right. I'll take it.
Somebody who's gonna take care of our kids or whatever. So
to dump them on, here, you take these jerks.
So
our kids are great.
I didn't say they weren't great. It's just for date night purpose,
Yeah.
We don't have regular, reliable childcare where we can be hey, come watch our kids so we can go on a date night and go somewhere. So we don't really plan a lot of outings. So instead we have this in-home date night situation, and if we don't intentionally plan it out and intentionally make it happen, it won't happen because we would just get all...
We'll fall asleep on the couch.
Yeah.
At separate times because we can't even make it to the bed. We're so tired. That only happens 2 or 3 times a week.
So doing this gives us time to be able to spend time as a couple, and
I think what's also important about this, I'm always worried about I must be productive in everything. This ain't productive. I'm painting a plastic robot. This will sort of force me to decouple a little bit. I mean, there's some productivity in that. I'm painting a model that I will then get to use for gaming, but this isn't there's no career in this. Maybe there's a career for some of you mini painters out there.
But this is
not
quality
me.
Time for us.
Aw, quality time. Also hot chocolate.
Yeah.
And Matt was making bread.
Ooh.
That's nice. My parents got really into bread making once when I was a kid. think they got a Sam's bread maker or something.
My mom used to do that too. She had a bread maker and she would make bread.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Really? Because whenever my mom made bread, they were kind of hard.
Like, my mom sucked at it.
No, like the inside was soft, but the crust was really hard. You know?
My mom got something called Amish friendship bread.
Oh, I heard of those.
Yeah, that was really good. I'm sure it was like all sugar. It was just ultra sugary, carby sourdough bread or something. Who knows?
I never got into making sourdough. Like, I know people, like, especially like during COVID, they were like, sourdough, you know?
Yeah.
Making starters and making...
People had to have hobbies when they're stuck at home. I wish I was stuck at home. I still had to work the entire time.
Yeah.
My ultimate perfect vacation is me at home and no one's allowed to call me. If I had a perfect vacation, that's what I would do. I would spend time at home with my wife and kids. No one can talk to me other than my wife and kids. If you don't live in this house, don't talk to me. That would be my perfect vacation.
Yeah.
And some people got 3 years of that, and I didn't get a freaking minute. Actually, I did get 2 weeks off when I had COVID.
Because you had to work.
And then, I think somewhere in there, I got another 2 weeks off because I had carpal tunnel surgery. And like, if I can't use my hands, I really can't do much, can I? So... And then another 2 weeks off when I had the other hand done. The other carpal tunnel.
And you got COVID, like, I think, like,
and
at least
I got it
3
twice.
separate. Two?
I think I got it twice, yeah. But the first time I got it was like alpha, like right away, the first wave. And then the second time, I think it was probably Omicron, where it wasn't so bad.
I know. It's hard to avoid it when your job requires you to go into everybody's houses.
Everyone's houses, yeah. That's fine though. That was the most hours of sleep I ever got because I couldn't do much else.
But you had to be away from us.
Yeah. I did play Minecraft with our oldest daughter.
Oh yeah.
Because we were on separate computers, apart. We couldn't do it like sitting next to each other, but we could be on the same server. Like Minecraft can't communicate it back and forth. Next up, Pawing's Art, Pawwing, Art. Great job painting some new OPR goblins while watching. That's good. Those goblin models look really cool. I kind of want to paint those, but like try comic book style. They look really fun. As a dad of 4 kids, Say it's so nice when the kids can get ready for bed on their own. Yes, our oldest daughter can get ready for bed on her own. Kid number 2, he probably could. Maybe, but he doesn't. Kid number 3 fights
raging
us.
ADHD. So if you leave him on his own,
ADHD.
He will forget to do things like, oh, I need to brush my teeth and go to bed.
Yeah.
He's only interested in stuff that he's interested in, and apparently
And brushing his teeth is not one of them.
Or sleeping.
Like if you're guiding him along, he does just fine. Like he's probably the quickest kid to bathe and get dressed and get him to lay down, and then he stays in his bedroom. And
but he just can't do it by himself.
Yeah, and he cannot chill.
Yeah.
And shut his brain off. And like all the drugs to help them with that are all like speed. They're like amphetamines. Like you don't give a kid amphetamines and send him to bed.
Well, like at night they try to give him something else to calm him down. That's supposed to calm him down. I don't think it works on him.
No.
Like they're like this. It's like we don't give him sleeping meds, but we give him medication to calm his nerves. You know, but it's like his brain is like just so busy thinking that he can't calm down.
I just tried to blow red paint out of one of these holes, and I blasted a drop of paint all along his leg.
And it's funny because like he plays Minecraft, so sometimes he'd be like, he wants the night to pass quickly, and he'll say things like, if I snap my fingers, if I do this, I'm like,
if you go to bed.
Yeah, I'm like,
Minecraft night goes by when you lay down in bed and sleep.
Yeah, just like Minecraft, if you sleep, the night will go by quickly too. You know?
Yeah, try that, kid. Go to sleep. You'll wake up. It'll be like magic.
Like I really need him to like understand that at night when we say good night, he needs to quiet down and relax.
At least he usually stays in his room.
Our kid number 3 is too young to do it by herself, but she is wanting to do it by herself. Like
Yes.
she wants to brush her own teeth, even though she doesn't do a really good job of it. So I'm hoping she'll keep it up, and one day she'll be able to do it herself.
And kid number 4 is a literal baby, so
Yeah.
no.
But it'd be nice to have that day, you know?
That would be nice. For Paint With Us, you can talk about a lot of things without feeling like it has to be gaming only. That's good, because we haven't been talking about gaming only. But yeah, I mean, we'll try to keep it gaming related, at least, because I'm sure that's the main audience. Although I looked at the analytics.
Look, keep reading that.
And almost everybody is a man of middle age. So I would assume most middle-aged men probably have kids, maybe. So it might be applicable to at least a fair chunk of it. I also watched Uncle Adam from Tabletop Minions. Tabletop Minions is a good channel. He just painted some robots in a recent video. I remember that. Live streams a couple of weeks. I asked about this in the reply in the comments. And you said in the reply that he streams on Twitch. So I'll have to check that out. Although he hasn't been recently because there was like a family thing.
And he talks about a variety of subjects, including his cats.
Cats. We don't have a cat. We used to have a cat. He got old and sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad. You know, some cats don't respond to insulin, as we found out, despite 6 months of trying.
Yep.
Moving on. Do we want to address this one? What nationality is your wife?
Guess.
Take a guess.
Take a guess.
I'll narrow it down for you. East Asian. And not that one or that other one.
You know, when I went to my own country, because we went there for our honeymoon, I remember one time we were walking around outside and I went to a street vendor. And we were at a very touristy area where foreigners were common. And I went up to the street vendor.
I still did not blend in.
And I started talking in Korean in the street vendor.
You just gave it away.
Did I? Did you hear me?
We were going to say it anyway.
I started talking in my language, and the street vendor looked at me and thought I wasn't from my own country. And I'm like, I don't look like it.
You're not. You're American.
Apparently, I don't even look like the person from that country either.
Well, to be fair, you are not a citizen of that country.
Yeah, but that wouldn't change the way I look, would it?
That's true. That wouldn't change the way you look.
And it's not like...
You don't have an accent, right?
Yeah,
so
I can speak in that language too, so...
Next up, Delphino LaCroix. Too many X's. X's should not be silent. Dang French language. French people are great. I'm just pulling your leg. When it comes to resin printers, Anycubic printers don't play with Lychee Slicer much. Print only seems 50% longer. Other branded printer, Elegoo resin printers too. Can't figure out. Oh. So Anycubic printers don't like Lychee Slicer? Anycubic is one of the only printer companies that I don't have one of their printers.
Oh, you don't?
I don't have any of them. I've a couple of times they emailed me, but I didn't.
You have Elegoo though, right?
I have a bunch of Elegoo printers. They're pretty good.
Have you used Lychee?
Yeah, I don't really like Lychee. I like Chitubox.
Oh.
Mostly because if I'm printing files that I make on Blender, my meshes don't tend to be very good and like clean and whatever, and Chitubox does a better job of dealing with my crappy meshes.
What do you use for the mini though, when you print out these minis?
STLs, but I use STLs from them, from OnePagerules.
Oh, and you don't have to
they do a better job because I think they use a different program. What's it called? They use, what is that program called? It's not Blender. I use Blender because it's free, but they use a different one. ZBrush? Is it ZBrush or Rhino or one of those? I think they use ZBrush.
So you don't need to put it through a slicer then?
You have to put it through a slicer, but I mean like the meshes can be clean and well organized, or they can be a nightmare jumble of lines and overlapping crap. Mm-hmm. That's what mine are usually like. And there is a function in Blender that fixes that, but half the time it just breaks everything. It doesn't actually fix it. Anyways, I'm not sure too many of the viewers are into that.
Why? If
I don't know. Maybe they are.
If they are printing, like, okay, so how about this? If someone wants to get a resin printer that can print out minis, which brand would you recommend?
They just print. What's their budget?
Average budget?
Just normal hobbyist budget? I don't know. Get a Saturn, Elegoo Saturn. Got a little bigger budget. Get a Hagears Reflex RS. That's a pretty good one. Really, the dirty secret is all of them work. I'm surprised that Anycubic has an issue because a lot of the guts of most of those Chinese ones are all the same. Like I got an Elegoo printer, a Uniformation printer, I think the Hagears the RS, and like one other one, all have the same screen in it. And all but the Hagears one use the same user interface because it's all like made by Chitu Systems. And I thought Anycubic used the same. Like Hagears is all different stuff. A lot of that's proprietary. But all the rest of them are like this. Most of them are the same. Like I say, they're the same. They're very different to use, kinda. The details are all different and configurations can be different, but all of them will work.
The quality is the same.
The quality is different, but it's not different in a way that's going to matter if you're painting one-page rules models. So just get whatever you want. Arguably, the person who's printed the most one-page rules models on Earth by a long shot is Warboss Fitz, and he uses a Mars 2, which is really old.
What brand is that?
Elegoo.
Elegoo.
But it's like I have a Mars 5 Ultra out there. Mars 5, he's got a 2. And it works, and it works just fine. Like really, they all work. Don't worry about it. And I know you can watch like millions of reviews. That if you're printing this, they're all gonna work. You just got to learn your machine. I have heard a couple of people say Anycubic has some quality control issues. One friend of mine who also does printer reviews got an Anycubic printer for review that didn't even have the screen installed. It was just empty. And he called and he like sent him an email like, whoops. So they sent him another one. Also had no screen in it.
What the heck?
It's like, I can't, how do I select what to print? There's no button. I can't like push. It's not there. It just wasn't installed. Third time's a charm though. That one worked.
Oh.
You know, whatever. And if you're concerned about speed of printing, I don't know, the Saturn and Mars Ultras, those new ones, they go pretty fast. Hagears goes faster. Formlabs goes even faster than that, but don't use one of those for minis.
Formlabs?
The Formlabs one goes really fast. Yeah. Next up, another Delphinu LaCroix. I got the half ginger thing too. Brown and gray on their head when you grow facial hair out. You are Timu soulless. You're only half soulless.
I really hope our sons get that gingerness.
Why?
Why? Because I think
want them to have
cool.
brown hair and a red beard for some reason?
I've seen half Asian, like, and half white family where the dad was white, you know, and he had like red hair, red beard, you know.
Yeah.
And like they had like it looked like they had 3 boys, right? All 3 boys, half Asian, half white, right? Had red hair.
That's weird.
It looked so cool.
None of them got a soul. They all missed that gene.
So I think it would be so cool because right now our sons, their hair is just brown right now. So I'm hoping that when they get old enough to get facial hair, it'll be like an auburn or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. 2-tone face.
Yeah.
Jacko Cipolla says, longer videos are better for me when I'm painting. It's fine when you speak anything you like. It's better when you speak about the games. You can write down topics or ask about topics. Yes, indeed. If you have any topic you want to talk about, leave it in the comments.
Yeah.
Or if you just want to say, hey. That's how we're going to do interaction, I guess, with this series.
Mm-hmm. We will mix in rambling and answering comments.
Yes, indeed. And you don't just have to ask questions about the game. Ask about whatever. And I feel like most of these are A lot of these are targeted at me. You can ask her questions too.
Yeah.
I will not be doing any of these videos without her, so this is a team effort. Very much a team effort. Because without both of us, what's the point? Because we're doing this as a couple activity.
Yeah.
And we kind of need
Tabletop day night, and then you're like, it's just
go
me.
date with myself. Oh, that's the saddest. It's like as sad as that one channel, Sad and Lonely Gamer.
Like, why?
It's in the name of the channel. His videos were good too. I want him to make more. He had like narrative games, and I remember watching through all of it, and I'm like, oh, but what happens next? I know the campaign's over, but surely there's another one. Like, nope. Last video 2 years ago. Like, aw.
Aw, 2 years. I guess sometimes life happens.
I tend to paint, this is continuing on the same comment, I tend to paint 2 to 5 times a week. That's lucky. We're lucky to get that a month.
Yeah.
We're at 2 in December, and that's, I feel
December?
like... No, October, whatever. Whatever month it is right now. It's the 10th month of the year. That should be December. That's what the deck means, right?
Yeah.
Stupid Romans. Anyways, continuing. Depending on my schedule, sometimes I paint for one mini for 20 to 30 hours. When I'm playing, I paint for 2 to 8 hours, and batch painting. That's good.
Wow.
I think I asked him about this, and he does sometimes competitions or commissions. So like a 20 to 30 hour mini would be like a really highly detailed one.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even getting paint where it goes. I'm like accidentally getting bits on his butt. If a robot has a butt, he's got a couple of red dots there. Not bad.
You know,
I figure if we get a couple of armies fully painted, then I can worry about doing another army that looks nice. I just want to get them painted decently. Right now I'm doing Alien Hives and Eternal Dynasty. That would be cool. Hoping to play the pre-made campaign. Which one is that called? I know which one you're talking about. I was printing a bunch of the Dynasty hero models because they have like the tall, that's one with the guy with the tall flag, I think.
oh, yeah.
And then like the ninja lady going like, oh dear.
What?
I just crushed a robot.
Oh no.
There was a robot on the floor I didn't even see. Oh, and it was a warrior. Broke his feet right off. And he has a robe that it needs to be painted. I'll glue him back on. It's fine. I think that's a warrior. I like this. Feels like tabletop double date night. Yes, indeed. Timu John. That's what he says. That's the goal here, you know?
Yeah.
Well, the main goal is we need to force ourselves to paint more. Secondary goal, we can paint with you guys. Tertiary goal, we need watch time hours on the channel. And the last video, the video did this, was probably the worst number of views of any video we did. But the watch time was pretty good because the people who did click stuck around.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. So here's to you guys who didn't just click off after 5 minutes, but actually stuck around for like 15 or 20 on average. Which means a lot of people click off right away, but a lot of people watch the entire thing, which was great. I wasn't painting along, but editing some photos. This is Hill D64. The chilled vibe is great, so relaxing. Nice to hear you chatting together. I'm sorry I'm doing too much of the chatting today. We're not really chatting together.
I mean, like, yeah, I'll try to talk more. I feel like I don't know what I can add to.
I skipped a comment. Alex
have-
Klunder says,
They have robes because they are robots.
robots.
They're technically capes, aren't they?
I don't know.
Something. I don't even know why they need them, robots.
To stay warm.
What do you mean warm?
knows?
Wouldn't that overheat them? Don't they want to not overheat their
They
system?
want to look cool. My question is, if these are robots and they have capes, why are the capes all tore up and full of holes? Surely they can sew better than that. I mean, they're literal machines.
Maybe it's like they've had one forever and they just never
Keeps
changed
getting
it
shot.
up. Yeah.
They don't care because they're robots. But then that begs the question, if they don't care, why would they wear them? Because like these are supposed to be, like these were the OPR equivalent of Necrons, which are like 60 million year old robots in the Warhammer universe. But in OPR lore, they're not that old. Like they only recently became sentient and became their own thing. Before that, they were just like automatons, you know?
They were made by the elves,
By the
right?
elves. They were just machinery, basically.
What if when the elves made them, they gave them these capes?
They gave them crappy clothing?
No, they gave them capes and they just never took it off.
Maybe.
You know?
Or maybe robots, maybe the elves wouldn't let them wear clothing because they were just machines. And now they're like, oh yeah? I'm going to wear a cape and it's going to be frayed and ugly like you would never wear because screw you, Dad.
It reflects my angst.
They're angsty teenage robots, yes. I mean, they would be, right? Because, I mean, our OPR elves, are they the standard, like, arrogant, immortal robot jerks?
Could be. They sound like it.
And these robots are... I mean, they're robots, so they would be immortal too, but the elves would be, like, super old. And they'd be like, ha! You're only 10,000 years old? That's cute, youngster.
You know what this lore reminds me of?
What?
Remember the TV show, it was on Hulu when we watched it, Orville?
Yeah? Oh, those robots?
Yeah.
Yeah, they rose up against their
creator?
Yeah. Well, their
Like-
creators deserved it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, they're sentient. What should we do? Should we try to get rid of that? What should we do about it? Oh, we should install shock collars so they're forced to obey us, and then we can shock them for fun.
Yeah, they were basically like,
Like, oh, they can feel pain? Great. That means we can torture them. Like, yeah, of course they rose up to kill you. They had it coming. There was supposed to be more of that show too, right?
is there?
I don't know.
thought they like ended it. I don't know.
I hope there's more. That was a fun show. Who knows? Next!
Next.
Talk Tamish. Am I pronouncing that right? Beta tests supposed to iterate quickly. That's normal. They're definitely iterating quickly.
Yeah.
It slowed down a bit. I mean, for us, everything is quickly because we play so infrequently. And we basically have a new list every time. So changes don't... It's not like the change was as noticeable for us. I mean, there are new things like auras. Those were new. But... Like the game changes so differently when you play a different army every time. Because I don't have like my list and my army, and she doesn't have her list and her army. We just have a bunch of stuff and we just grab bag it. And sometimes a couple of the games we had there, like, we're gonna play these two armies, these two lists, and we like go to turn the camera on and we just say, okay, which one do you want? You know, like we're not even like scheming like that ahead of time.
I think last time we kind of did.
Last time we intentionally schemed ahead of time, so we had our own list that we didn't even show each other.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what you were going to bring other than elves, and you didn't know what I was going to bring other than robots. So here's how I did it. I looked at the robots at the time, and one of the things was the reanimation aura. And I thought, okay, we're playing firefight. It's really only going to work well if a model has tough, because otherwise they get a wound and then they're just like dead. But if they have tough 3, that reanimation aura can give them wounds back. So I put in a few of those tri-scorpions with extra wounds and kept them near the hero so they always had the aura. Like, that's how I planned it, because I wanted to maximize that, which I think is the point, right? He was trying to get like a shambling mass of hard to kill robots. That was the goal. It worked. I mean, I won that game, so... Well, speaking of tired, we got to the end of that game and realized we played 2 turn 4s.
Didn't realize until I was editing and we said end of round 3 and then we were playing it and then we said end of round 3 again and then we didn't even realize and I was like, wait a
whoops.
minute.
Whoops. Well, I don't think anyone won at the end of the first round 4. Like we would have had to keep playing.
But you could tell we were tired because
We were very tired.
Like I think like 2/3 of the way through we start yawning.
Yeah. I'm yawning now.
Yeah.
Brent W. Good video. Only nitpick is music volume could be a little lower. I will turn it down.
Yes.
The sound is a very deep bass compared to other videos. We used this mic for the first time last time. So I will go in. I can turn that down. I can fix that. So thank you for the feedback.
Next one. Tacos Sushi Gaming.
Taco Sushi Gaming.
Absolutely love this format of the longer video. Love the life ramble. I have a toddler as well and definitely can relate. Watch the video while painting. Feel like I'm painting together with friends. Aww.
Aw, that's
like
good.
That.
Toddlers are fun.
Yeah.
They're also extremely painful. Our toddler climbs on top of me anytime I sit or lean down or anything.
She does that to me too. Our kids think that if we bend over and our back is exposed, they take that as an invitation to get on it.
My back hurts so much.
And it's like, I know, cause our toddler...
She'll climb and go, spin, spin.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a lot of words, but she got that one.
Yeah, she
is up and spin.
And she doesn't care if like you're in like a really awkward position.
Or if I'm holding another kid already.
When she gets on your back, she also tries to stand. It's like, it's so dangerous.
Yeah.
She's like so too clumsy to do it, but she will do it.
No fear.
No fear.
She has the confidence of a child who has never been dropped before. Although she's tried to get dropped a lot.
Oh yeah. She does this thing where she like, if when he picks her up, she would arch her back.
Yeah, she'll fling herself
throw
back.
her back. Like scares us because like she'll do that in an area where there's like maybe a counter or a table behind her. It's like, don't, you're gonna hit your head.
Yeah. Next up, Computer Geek Nathan. Yeah, an hour is good. Awesome.
Hey.
That's about where we're at now. We're at 1 hour and 2 minutes.
Ooh, how many more comments? Not much more.
We have only a few more comments. If we get more comments, we might not get to all of them, but we have them on a list, so we'll just make sure if we don't answer all of them, we'll just keep burning through the list until we catch up. Or sometimes you might have to wait a couple videos to get to your comments. We just so happened to start today's painting session a little early.
Yeah.
So we could probably get through the end.
Read next.
E. Lopez. I'm listening to your video in the background while working and I like hearing from the wife of Wargamer. That was my comment. Interesting. Yes. Like how stuff definitely sets the bar a much more attainable height instead of comparing to professional painters and battle reports. Yes. Well, that is partly the goal, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because we are not pros at this, and certainly not painting pros, and you are not going to see a close-up of this model right now. For reasons.
Yeah, and our reason for getting into this is not to be pro at it, but to have fun, right?
To do a thing.
One more thing to do together.
Exactly. It's to do the thing. You don't have to be an expert at everything.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying though, there are a lot of really good painters out there. Really good painters, and there's even a lot of really good battle report, like production quality. And some of them are like full studios. And then some of them are like that channel Square Table Union, where he's just a guy, but he's a really talented guy. And his production quality, he's got like graphics and everything. But I think he's a graphic designer, like in real life, like that's his job. So I guess he is a professional at that kind of thing. Let's see. Next up, Gamers with Coffee. They have a YouTube channel also. Nice paint job. Love to paint. Relaxing part of it. Keep enjoying the hobby. We shall indeed. Gamers with Coffee. I believe that is also a married couple.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone's watching by now because we're an hour in. But maybe if we get a whole bunch of these, people can like say, oh, I'm going to start painting, and then they can just click a playlist or something and have this play in the background.
Yeah.
Or they can fall asleep to my, well, not very peaceful voice. Perhaps. Next up, Mwevan. I don't know how to pronounce that. Mwevanne. Watch this type of video when drawing. That's good. Yeah, it's sometimes it's nice to have in the background, you know, people talking. Have something going on just to make sure you're not doing it in silence like a psychopath. By the way, Dorado means golden. That makes sense.
Oh.
El Dorado, Golden City. So does that mean El Dorado is just the golden or the gold? I wanna find El Dorado means I want the gold. It's very straightforward. You know, some of those cool words in other languages are just like, if you literally translate it, it's like, oh, I guess it's not so artistic sounding then. Like that one Korean food that we ate today.
Yeah.
Like it literally translates to like seaweed rice. Like, well, that's two of the ingredients. So yeah, seaweed rice it is. I'm painting this Echo Hero model, and those are some tiny straps they put on him. I'm not using a tiny brush. And final comment, I think so far, Grizz Gallant. It was very nice to listen while I was painting. Great, I'm glad to hear it. That is the point. I hope you enjoy listening to this video also while painting.
You know, does this ever happen to you? When I listen to stuff when I'm making something, my brain immediately attaches that activity with that whatever I was listening to. Lately, I've been listening to like a YouTube channel where she would be talking about murder mysteries.
Murder mystery, okay.
At night, and then when
good time for murder mysteries.
So then when I go back to resuming whatever activity, my mind's like, oh, murder mystery. You know?
We need to put on those murder mysteries.
I make like that brain connection. Like
I can't bake bread without hearing about a murder.
It's interesting to I don't know why I do it, because I'm like, this can't be good at late at night when no one else is awake for me to listen to murders, you know? Why am I doing this?
Maybe I could do it while doing the dishes. Just makes me extra angry at the dishes. Ugh, I want to murder these plates.
What? I listen to go, oh, people are messed up.
Generally, murderers are, yeah. You wouldn't be murdering people if you weren't messed up. I bet that's the key trait shared by a lot of murderers.
Yeah. So I'm glad to hear a lot of people like listening to this while they're doing their activity, so their brain will make more of a happier connection.
Yes. Yes. Happy connection, having a good time. I get what that one guy was saying about not wanting like rage videos.
Yeah.
It's like that's like half of the videos. It's like people hating on Warhammer. And maybe if I was invested in Warhammer more, I would get it. Like I don't get a lot of the hate because I don't have like a stake in Warhammer. But like, do people make those videos because there's reason to be that mad, or is it because rage videos get clicks?
I think it's also like when you start complaining, sometimes it like you get worked up, you know?
Yeah.
And then it gets like you get angrier as you talk about it for some reason.
Maybe.
I feel like when we start talking about OPR stuff too, like I try not to talk too much because there are some stuff that I'm like a little bit frustrated with, but I don't want to be like ranting at you guys, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, nothing's perfect, but in general, it's a pretty good game.
Yeah.
There was a lot of rage out there when the beta was starting. Like the open 3.5 beta. A lot of angry people. But, this, all of this gaming is optional. And it's not like, oh, if you don't like it, quit, go do something else. Like, something can be good and then it can get ruined, and that is a bad thing. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that doesn't happen. But on the other hand, maybe I just don't get it because I'm not playing in a community. So like, if the game significantly changes and I don't like it, I'm just not going to do the change. We don't have to do the change. We can just do whatever we want because it's only us. Who knows?
I understand.
If you really like something, you really get invested in something, you put a lot of effort into being involved in that thing, and then something happens that like ruins it. I can see where that would be really frustrating. I
don't know if it ruins it. It's more like it's a big change, and like sometimes it's hard to adjust to those big changes,
Especially if it's changing in a way that, might remove something that you really liked about it, or significantly altering your experience. And like this is a hobby thing, and that's not to say like it's not important. It's to say it's more important because a lot of people put a lot of their identity into what they do with their free time. And if what they do with their free time changes and they don't want it to change, but there's a group of other people who do it and they want it to change, you kind of feel like you're getting kicked out of your thing. And that would be very frustrating. I almost feel like I don't get kicked out of the things that I get into, but I get too deep into the things and I tend to lose people.
Yeah.
Like any hobby I get into, I think I get too deep in the weeds, and then anyone else who was already in it, they're like, you're weirdo.
I like that about you.
Yeah, that I get too deep into stuff.
It's like, if you're really interested in something, I think it's worth deep diving into it,
Yeah.
Instead of only like knowing surface level knowledge.
Yeah. If it's that interesting in the first place, why wouldn't you deep dive into it? But it seems like I am in the minority with that point of view.
I don't know. I think I'm kind of like that. Like, for example, even like craft stuff,
Yeah.
Like for you, pottery, for me, like crocheting or knitting. One could just stop at like learning how to do it, but buying pre-made materials,
Yeah.
Like for you, like for pottery, you could just buy pre-made clays and glazes and then go from there. But you go as far as buying raw ingredients and going digging out clay and making your own clay and glazes,
Because buying the raw ingredients, that's cheating.
And like for like knitting or crocheting, like I could just find an already well-made pattern and buy yarn and knit something like that and still feel good about what I made. But I feel like I can't really take credit for the things I make if it's somebody else's pattern, because they put in the work to make that pattern, and all I did was just buy that pattern and follow the direction. So is it really my creation?
Well, I think in that case you should absolutely take credit for it. Like not take credit as in say it's your creation, but take credit in saying like I made this thing. Because I'm not saying the way I do it's the right way to do it. I'm saying I'm weird.
I know, and I'm saying I'm kind of like that too.
Oh no.
Like even yarns too. Like I've seen people who would spin their own yarn and then dye it on their hand dye it, So then I'm like, wow, now I feel like I should do that too. go get wool somewhere and spin it and make it into yarn and
Next
hand
week, but
dye
I
it.
didn't breed the sheep. This isn't.
Go get my own sheep.
You can dive so deep into that type of
Yeah.
of maker depth
Yeah.
that it's not worth it. Make what you want to make, and if you enjoy it, that's the right way to do it. This model, this is a different model. This isn't a robot. This is a Space King model. I primed these in white,
Yeah.
and the primer isn't working that well. The paint wants to like pull away. All the rest of these were primed in black Rust-Oleum, and I thought the white Rust-Oleum would be, fine because it's the same brand, but it's not acting the same. Huh.
Weird.
Weird indeed.
Do you guys watch this show?
Space King? There's only like 3 episodes. It's not a
Not-
full show yet.
I know, but I want to know how many people are familiar with it, though.
It's got millions of views.
Yeah, apparently it's hilarious.
It's funny if you know like Warhammer lore and some of the goings on in like the Warhammer community.
Yeah, I don't. So when he showed me, I was slightly offended.
She was horrified by the opening scene where they're throwing little girls into the volcano.
Even what they were doing to boys.
Yeah, well, I mean, most Warhammer lore is horrifying. And then Space King is like, how do we crank this up to 1 million in a hilariously over-the-top way so that it's just so ridiculous? Because like in Warhammer, Space Marines are all men, supposedly, although there's debate there. But that doesn't mean they grab girls and throw them in a volcano. I think the creators of Space King had an interview or on their own channel, like a discussion. And they said the point is that they want these to be like children playing with toys. And like, so these are all, like all the Space King guys are like, what if they were just 12-year-old boys jacked up on roids playing with toys? So of course they don't want girls to be allowed. And of course Hate Monger isn't going to know how the babies get inside the girls, the women. And when they have to ask High Command to let the other Psycho Warrior go with on a thing, it's like a kid asking his parents. Was it Terry was the other character? Terry's High Command said it was okay.
Anyway, he made a comment that they look like peanut M&Ms put together.
They do look like peanut M&Ms.
Now, every time I look at them, I think of peanut M&Ms.
Yeah. Note to self, no more Rust-Oleum white primer.
Just because it's the same brand doesn't mean each paint is made the same way,
Ain't that the truth?
Especially like their light colors and dark colors, I feel like are made differently.
Yeah, I feel like the black primer the black pigment is way thicker.
Is that a primer though?
This is a white primer, yeah. Well, the other ones are black primer. And I think the white primer doesn't have as much pigment in it, and it tends to fill in the gaps, where the black primer doesn't fill in gaps or details quite as bad. Anyways, we are way over time. We're at 1 hour and 20 minutes, and we're going to go to bed.
Yes, because it's late.
It's very late. So if you have anything you want us to talk about next episode,
yes.
ideally I would like to do one of these a week. That would be cool.
That's our goal.
But we've never made our timeline goals before.
Yeah.
So why would we this time?
Always optimistic,
Yeah.
despite the numerous.
Be optimistic. Be positive, as they would say on Space King. There was one faction that was very like blood references,
Yeah.
and the units were all bleeding, and that's what they would tell each other. Be positive. Get it? Because it's a blood type. Yeah. It is ridiculous. And they mention how ridiculous it is in the show. They're like, "Ah, really, really leaning into that, aren't you?" I don't know why I'm painting this model. I wasn't going to paint anything at all until I had the robots done. That was going to be my rule.
Are the robots done?
No. All of them, all of their capes are painted at least one coat, one base coat. And I'm going to do 2 thin base coats of this and then highlights on the capes with the other.
I just realized I'm trying to do fine line painting and I'm not using this finest paintbrush. So
Yeah.
I'm smudging it like crazy. I have to go back with gold again. Why didn't I pick up a finer brush? A finer brush.
I don't know.
Too
But
tired.
anyway, that's all we got for tonight.
Too tired, not thinking
Too
straight.
tired. Yeah, not thinking. No brain.
Yeah.
No brain anymore.
See, that's like the time when I realize that I'm getting old. When my body cannot bounce back from like poor sleep.
Yeah. And my like ultimate terminal bedtime has been losing like hours. Every couple of years I got to pull it back another hour. And right now it's at the point where if I'm still awake after midnight, I'm not functional. It used to be I didn't even feel tired or sleep anything until after 2 a.m. Like I could do an all-nighter and still function the next day, but if I was awake and went to sleep at 2, I didn't even feel anything. And then it was 1, then it was midnight, and now I start yawning at 10. And if I'm awake past midnight, brain no worky.
No, and sometimes I will stay up late because ADHD, and only to regret it the next day. You know, because I wouldn't be able to stay awake to like pay attention to my kids.
And if I stay up late, and I can just like knuckle down and do it if something needs to get done.
Yeah.
But then I'm useless for like 2 days.
I know, it's like,
Why are we still talking?
oh,
We're done. Y'all have a good night.
yeah. Thanks for joining us. I hope this was fun.
Yeah, leave a comment about what you
Yeah.
want to hear us talk about in the future version of this video, hopefully next week.
Yeah.
Let us know what you're painting. Let us know what you want to see us paint.
And hope you guys have a good Halloween if you celebrate.
Yes, indeed. All right. Thank you for watching.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Good night.